morning, students. Today we will discuss about synchronous generator. In previous lectures, we have discussed about two-phase induction motor, single-phase induction motor, construction working. In last lecture, we have discussed about DC generator, DC motor, and DC generator. Synchronous generator, the machines that generate an alternating EMF are called synchronous generator or AC generator. It is also known as alternator. Machines that generate an alternating EMF are known as synchronous generator or AC generator, or it is also known as alternator. Here, field winding are placed on rotor and armature winding are placed in stator slots. Field winding is connected to external DC source called exciter through a pair of slip rings. Here in the construction, this is stator of synchronous generator. See here, outer side, outer side is frame. It is for support stator core, and these are stator slots. And in these stator slots, armature winding is placed. Now we will discuss in detail about stator of synchronous generator. So this is construction of synchronous generator. Stator frame. Function of stator frame is to give support to armature core. It is made up of mild steel plates. Stator core. Stator core is made of silicon steel laminations. As we have seen that in figure, slots are cut on inside periphery. Histidine loss and iron loss are reduced due to silicon steel and lamination. And last is armature winding. As we have seen in the figure that armature winding made of copper placed in the slots of this stator. This winding is star or delta connected. Leads of this winding are taken to the terminal joints. So these three are main parts of this stator of synchronous generator. Again I repeat, armature winding, stator slots and stator core. Frame is for the support. Stator core has inside slots in its periphery, and in this stator slot, these are the armature windings. Now we will see the rotor of stator synchronous generator. So rotors are of two types. One is salient pole rotor and second is cylindrical rotor. In the figure, as we have discussed that here field winding, see the first two sentences, and you can realize here field winding are placed on rotor and armature winding are placed in stator slot. Keep in mind this thing, it is reversed from previous machine. So here, first type of rotor is salient pole type rotor. So this is the construction of it. See here. This is pole, pole is this is field winding. Field winding is connected on rotor. These are the slip rings, and this pole is connected to that pole. Okay. DC supply is given to this. Here, here poles are projected on ring made of steel having good mechanical properties. Poles are projecting the air gap between stator and rotor is non-uniform. here. Circuit between stator and rotor is non-uniform. So poles are made up of thick laminations and they are attached to rotor by means of pole. See here, this is the pole. The poles are made of thick laminations and these poles are attached to rotor. These poles are attached to this rotor using pole. Field winding is provided on poles. See here, this is field winding provided to poles. For such construction, it is possible to have a large number of poles, like 16, 30, because poles who have large diameters and small axial length. The large diameter of rotor accommodates large number of poles. If diameter of rotor is large, then we can say that large number of can arrange. Size of rotor is very large. Due to that large diameter, the size of rotor is very large. Mechanical strength of salient pole rotor is less because poles are extremely relied on rotor. So it is preferred for low speed alternator which range from 50 to 1000 RPM. Here, size of rotor is very large, but here this type of rotor is preferred for low speed alternator. Now, we have seen in the figure that field windings are wound on poles in such a way that when these windings are energized by DC exciter, when we apply DC voltage to that field windings which are wounded on poles, the adjacent poles are formed which have alternate polarities, north south like this. And prime movers, here prime movers which are used here is water turbines and IC engines. Again, I repeat this rotor, salient rotor here. Poles are projected on ring made of steel having good mechanical properties. Example, these poles are connected to rotor through this pole. Okay. Field windings are, see here, field winding is provided on pole shoot. And last, large diameter of rotor according large number of poles. That's why size of rotor is very large. But it is preferred for low speed alternator, this type of rotor. When we give DC voltage to that field windings, adjacent poles are formed, which have alternate polarities. And last, prime movers used are water turbines and ice. Next type of rotor, which is used in synchronous generator or alternator, is non-salient pole type, or it is also known as cylindrical type rotor. See here, this is the construction of cylindrical type rotor or non-salient type rotor. Here, solid state is used to form radial cylinder which has large number of slots in order to accommodate field windings. See this. Here, solid steel is used to form radial cylinder which has large number of slots. Here slots are very large. These are the poles. See in the figure. Here some part is kept unslotted and field winding is provided in that unslotted part. Unslotted parts acts as poles. The air gap between stator and rotor is, as we have seen in the that unslotted part has winding. and these are the pole and S. The poles are not projecting out, and surface of rotor is smooth. Mechanical strength of pole is high. Here the strength of pole is high. So these rotors have small diameter and large axial length. Compared to the previous type, here rotors are of small diameter, so its size is also less. So it can use for high speed alternator, which range from 750 rpm to 1000 rpm. Prime movers are used here with steam turbines and electric motors. See here again I repeat, a large number of slots are there. Unslotted parts as windings. Okay. Here diameter of rotor and size of rotor is less compared to the previous type, and it is used for high speed alternator which range from 750 rpm to 1000 rpm. Now we'll discuss the principle of operation of synchronous generator or alternator. Here is rotor winding. As we have discussed that DC supply or DC exciter is connected to the rotor winding, and these are the stator windings. Okay. So when rotor winding is excited by DC, which causes alternate north and south poles to be developed on rotor. As we have discussed that when we apply the DC here in the figure, they have connected DC supply to the rotor in both here. DC is connected to the rotor windings, same as in the case of salient pole rotor. The DC supply is connected to the rotor windings. So when we apply DC voltage to the rotor windings, then alternating poles are produced here. Rotor winding is excited by DC, which causes alternate N and S poles to be developed on rotor. So when rotor is rotated in counterclockwise direction by prime mover, stator conductors are cut by the rotor pole magnetic flux. As a result, EMF induced in stator conductors by electromagnetic induction. And this induced EMF is alternating in nature as north and south poles of rotor pass armature conductors alternate. See here, again when we give DC supply to this rotor winding, it produces north and south poles on rotor. When this rotor is rotated in counterclockwise direction by prime mover, so that stator conductors are cut by that magnetic rotor magnetic flux. As a result, EMF is produced in stator conductors by electromagnetic induction. We know that. And due to that electromagnetic induction, induced EMF is produced and which is alternating in nature. Because north and south poles of rotor pass armature conductor alternating. So induced EMF depends upon the speed of rotation and DC exciting current. Here, induced EMF, produced EMF, it is alternating in nature. That's why it is synchronous generator is also known as alternator. Again, I repeat some important points which we have to keep in mind for synchronous generator. First of all, Here, armature winding is connected on. Okay, keep in mind that armature winding is placed on stator slots and field windings are placed on rotor. Field windings, as we have seen that field windings is connected to external DC source, which is on rotor. It is also known as exciter. Now, stator has mainly three parts: stator frame, which gives support to the armature core; stator core, it is made up of silicon steel lamination. Here, slots are cut on inside periphery. An armature winding, which is made up of copper, is placed on that slots. So this is stator. It has inside slots. An armature winding is placed in inside slots of stator. Now we'll see the two types: salient pole rotor and cylindrical rotor. The main difference of between these two types is it has larger diameter, it has smaller diameter, its size is high, its size is low. Okay. Here important points are it has larger number of poles because it has larger diameter, so size of rotor is high. And here prime movers are water turbines and IC engines. Whereas in the case of non-salient pole type or cylindrical type rotor, there are many slots are there. But non-slotted part has windings. Next, here size diameter is less, used for high speed, and prime movers are steam turbines and electric motors. And we have seen that principle of operation. When we give supply to the rotor winding, we produce magnetic field alternating poles. When stator when rotor rotated in counterclockwise direction by prime mover, the stator conductors are touched by rotor magnetic flux. So EMF is induced in stator conductor by electromagnetic induction. And this EMF is alternating in nature. That's why it is synchronous generator is also known as alternator. So by using synchronous generator, we can generate its alternating EMF. So this is all about synchronous generator. Thank you.